here today at London Serverless, and we've had an amazing day. You can see people have packed up now and gone home. It's the end. And Hanna has had a long day, but she's been a really important piece of this puzzle to make today successful, and we're going to hear more about that. So let's hear from Hanna. Can you please introduce yourself, tell us what you've done today and what you do, and I think that'd be really great.
Hello, I'm Hanna. I am marketing manager at a digital product agency called Reason, and Reason are a sponsor of ServerlessDays London and have been for quite a long time, which is what brings me here. Specifically this year at ServerlessDays 2019, I have been on the organising committee, so I've been working with Ant and James and Simona and various other people, Saffron, to make this just the most amazing day. And just kind of make the point, last year was the second year that they'd run the conference, and we sold around 260 tickets, and this year we've got nearly 500 people in the room, so it's been like absolutely incredible growth in a year. We're so pleased. So yes, thank you so much to everyone who came.
That sounds amazing. I mean, it's brilliant. I'm sure so much effort must go in beforehand. I'd love to hear kind of how soon before the event do you start? What sort of things do you do? And then what do you do kind of today? And then we're going to dig into your history.
Yes, it's been a long haul. We probably started as an organisation committee in March, and so there's several months of kind of planning and organising and asking certain people to take certain roles for us. So we have a call for papers, which means that absolutely anyone from the community can submit talk for the conference, but then obviously there's a couple of people that we know we definitely want them to speak about a particular topic, so we invite those people. That's quite a long process of deciding who and about what, and what role everyone will take. And then there's all the kind of stuff that goes along with any event, from catering to venue discovery to making sure that everyone is going to be happy here from an accessibility point of view, that the venue can cope with all of the tech requirements that we have, and that we can do all the stuff that we need to on the day, like live streaming, recording, miking everybody up in a way that makes sense. So all of those things take a really long time, and that's why there is an organisation committee. Everybody has a set of stuff that they have to get done to make sure that this happens as smoothly as it has today.
Today has seemed to run very smoothly, very organised. No one seems too stressed. It seemed busy, but no one seems too stressed. So you said you're from a marketing background. So you've been involved today, you've enjoyed today. How have you found it not being in tech? Have you felt welcome? Have you enjoyed it? I'm really keen to let people who aren't in tech or who want to get into tech know what it's like and that they can attend.
Listening while you were doing your interview with Simona earlier, the thing that she said that I just absolutely reiterate is that this is one of the friendliest communities I've ever been involved with, inside or outside of tech. I've worked in technology for about 8 years. I'm not technical myself, marketing background, so a whole different set of skills. I've just never ever felt a moment's worth of discomfort being part of this community, and I think that's just something that's really special about ServerlessDays as a group, and it's global, so that exists all around the world, but especially the fact that there's such a focus on diversity and inclusion. Everybody is welcome, no matter what your background or what your interest area or what your needs might be as a part of the community. So that is just absolutely exceptional. It's such a pleasure to be involved.
I think that's brilliant. I mean, to have such a focus. I mean, there are lots of great conferences, but they don't necessarily focus on that. I don't tend to go to those ones anymore because they're kind of like a bro kind of culture, and you don't want to waste your energy on that. You want to kind of use your energy on like a community or a family. It sounds a bit cheesy, but I've really felt that. Simona's introduced me to you today, to so many other people, and we have felt really welcome. And as I said in Simona's video, we were invited to come here, and we brought some people with us as well. And I just think that was amazing. And your ticket prices aren't astronomical, so they are affordable. Where you see some other events are like £900 for the day, and you're just thinking, no, that's a lot. I think they're about £35, which I think people are committed. Then they will turn up for the event, but it's affordable for almost everybody. But you still cater for the ones who are at the beginning of their journey, beginning of their career, and find that really hard. So that's wonderful.
As I said, my day job is marketing, and that's specifically B2B, so business to business, and specifically within tech. So I'm probably in an area of marketing that doesn't appeal to very many people, and I can honestly tell you that I had no idea that this was what I would end up doing either. But I do love it, and I've been doing it for about 8 years in various different organisations in London, having come from a marketing background in the arts and the not-for-profit sector. So yeah, I made a transition because I decided that I wanted to be more involved in the tech community, but I didn't do any qualifications or anything to equip me for that. I kind of just brought my marketing skills and said to my first employer, this is what I can do, does that interest you? And they were like, yeah, definitely. And that transition has been really slow. And I think for me, it's been sometimes harder than others to go kind of cap in hand and say, I don't understand this, I need your expertise. But the guys that I work with at the moment will attest to the fact that I think that's a really important thing to be able to do, is to say, this is not my area of expertise, you're the expert here, I need your expertise, please will you work with me on this? Actually, what you're saying to that person is, you have a set of skills that nobody else here has, and I'm interested in that, and I want to get that out into the public. And obviously as a marketing person, it's a little bit to make you famous, and that appeals to some people. So it's a lovely thing to be able to do. I think especially, you mentioned earlier about there sometimes being a bit of a kind of bro culture in technology. That is changing. I've noticed it so much in the last 2 or 3 years. And if we can increase the numbers of people who have a voice, whether that's by content creation or conference speaking or community-based events, just so much power to that endeavour, because it is changing really much faster than I think we thought it would.
I think that's so true. I think people having a voice, and then people who haven't found their voice yet, but they see someone who looks like them, who acts like them, or has the same culture or same background as them, see that person have a voice, they think they can do it as well, which is great. It gives them encouragement and power. So anyone watching, if you want to pair with us, the Code Mortals team, any of us, you want to pair with us on a live stream, or join or do a video with us, talk about some achievements you've had, or something that scared you, or maybe we can discuss it, then feel free to share it. We want to give people that voice, and that's what we want to do. We don't just want the challenge just to be about us in front of the camera, but we're keen for Code Mortals to be about the mortals, about the community. And there are no ninjas and rock stars and all this BS that just means nothing. I think you mentioned unicorn as well before we started recording. That doesn't mean anything. And what does that mean? And what someone thinks is a rock star is what someone else thinks isn't. So let's just get rid of that. As long as we all contribute to the community, to society, to the team, to the project, as long as you add value, then it doesn't matter how much experience you have, what your background is. If you've got a skill and you're in a team, but you want to learn a different skill, just try and add a little bit of value, like review someone else's work in that area. You'll learn from it, the team will think it's adding value, and before you know it, you kind of get more into that area. So yeah, get one foot in the door, and before you know it, you'll be there. I think that's really important.
I think the other thing that I really want to reiterate as well is that it's okay to have down days or off weeks or whatever. And I mean, for example, right now, I think a couple of people that you've spoken to today have said, I am so tired. Like, that's fine too. And I think sometimes at stand-up or at your team meeting or whatever, if you can just say, I'm having a really bad day, I'm going to work on this instead today because that doesn't require me to do kind of heavy lifting or big concept thinking. That's really okay as well. And it's actually taken me a really long time in my career to get to the point where I can say that and not feel like I'm somehow compromising my overall reputation. And that idea of being mortal is so important to me, to just be able to see this person on the other side of the meeting room or whatever it is, just to say, like, today is not going to be my best day. And that's obviously other days you do incredible work and you walk away thinking, oh my God, what happened today? But, and those are brilliant days, of course, but they're not going to be every day.
I think that's really good to highlight that because, Andrew and me are always, the Code Mortals team, I should say, because there's more of us. The Code Mortals team are always keen for pushing forwards and so on. But you're right, even us, no matter how passionate we are about something, it does come to a point in the day or in the week where you say, you know what, it's not being productive. I have my own startup that's 100% open source. I have, a mum in tech who edits my videos. My whole team work fully remote and fully flexible. And I'm really passionate for that. And sometimes they message me on Slack and say, it's lunchtime, I'm not having a good day, I want to go and be with my kid's not well, or I want to go even one of them said, I want to go to the beach for the rest of the day with my friends. Well, if you're going to be in the office, not in the office, in your home office or wherever you're working, thinking about that, and then you're not going to be productive, and then the next day you're going to be a bit, I couldn't go out yesterday, I could have had fun. Yeah. Just go, do what you need to do, and the next day you're going to be so much more focused. Because I think it's more about quality rather than quantity. Yeah. And I think asking for help is really important. I think that's a gem. That's really good. We're definitely going to snip that for social, and then you can give us some tips on how to improve our socials and marketing. And
I'm sure you're doing it.
No, we're coders. We don't know anything about that sort of stuff. We're just just trying stuff. Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much. I gave you a call.